welcome to the United States of America presidential debate. I am here introducing our two candidates, President Barack Obama and Governor Mitt Romney. Our moderator for this evening will be Anastasia Walker. Thank you.
Presidential candidates, you have 45 seconds to answer the question.
Now we're
and if you go past 45 seconds, you will be shut off. So, the first question is from Anna about abortion.
Do you agree with Senator Richard Murdoch's statement, if a woman gets raped, that it's not so?
However, if a lady is raped, I don't think that she should have to be forced to deal with the decision of a man. It's just irrational. And as Americans, I think we should be able to support that, her decision. Her decision to get rid of the baby if she needs to, not have to deal with that problem for the rest of her life. And I don't know how the governor will feel about that, but I just know where I stand on that, and know that the American people will totally support me in my decisions and whatnot, versus what they think he's got to say. Kind of thing.
Time.
Okay. Governor Romney.
Well, that topic, you know, I'm gonna have, he made some very good points, but from an economical standpoint, I don't know if we can fully go into this area of abortion and whether or not it should be up to her decision, because financially that might not be a good choice for her. I don't agree with what the senator said, even though at one point I did support him. I don't agree with what he said. But you know, I ran my own business and...
Okay, so. Our next question is from Donna about education and jobs after graduating.
As a college student, what are you specifically going to do to ensure that I have a better chance of finding a job when I graduate?
President Obama.
I would like to invest more in our community colleges and make the working class actually be able to be educated through the schooling that they have, and make sure that there is future investments for them, and that there's plenty of opportunities for them in the upcoming years in the presidential run here. And that's where I stand with that. Totally agree with education. And I think that should be reinforced in American values. And I think that we should be analyzed amongst schools.
Governor Romney.
Thank you. Well, you know, I was governor of Massachusetts, and I built up the college education in Massachusetts, and it's probably the top state for college education in the whole United States of America. And in order to have a job after, you have to have a successful education in college, and since I know how to do that, everyone's going to get a job straight out of college. I'm very pro that. Thank you.
Our next question is from Mackenzie about fossil fuels and our health.
There's nearly absolute scientific consensus that combustion of fossil fuel is driving climate change at a great cost to our health and well-being. As president, how would you overcome opposition in your own party addressing this crisis?
I believe the Democratic Party's got a lot of influence with my decision making on this. I think what we're going to do is try to make more energy efficient vehicles for all of us to drive. And I also believe that we can cut our oil imports by half in about 10 years if we just stick to my second term's plan. And I think that we got a real good shot at doing this. And we wouldn't have to improvise anymore. We're just kind of utilizing in old fashion.
Okay, Governor Romney.
There's no such thing as global warming. You know, we can't keep cutting all of our fossil fuels, and we can't be like, who wants to drive a Prius around? And the police aren't going to have anything to chase down the highway. But if we cut our fossil fuels, then our economy won't be making enough money, and we'll just be going into more and more debt. And so I think we should continue down the path that we are going. And I'll turn to Phil.
Okay, so our next question is from Mary about higher education.
America's K-12 education system lags behind other developed nations, while our higher education system remains the envy of the world at costs that are spiraling. What plans do you have to make higher education more affordable to lower income families or one-parent families?
I think we've done a great job in the past 4 years of putting more people through school, and I think that we've done a great job seeing the improvement in American economy, especially with jobs in the school system. Also agree that if we make this more accessible for more people, that we'll actually have a better drive in our educational force here in America, and that'll prove us to be number one once and again and forever. And I want to support that K-12 teaching.
Okay.
Massachusetts was already #1 in college education, thanks to yours truly. And so if we continue down the path that we are going and we make all of the colleges nationwide the same way that I did with Massachusetts, I promise that. Yeah, all right, so yeah, you're gonna have to take a little more money from the banks and maybe from even your parents, but come on, they'll get over it. You can't take it with you when you're gone, so. I think that we should stay on track and keep pushing towards the education that we have and continue to better our society in the way that we've already been doing it and
Time.
Okay, so our next question is from Danielle about same-sex marriage.
One of the main arguments for not allowing same-sex marriage is that a key function of marriage is procreation. How does this point of view affect marriage rights for heterosexual couples who are either infertile or uninterested in procreation?
Very interesting question. Really interesting question. I'm everything for family. I think that with family causes in America, there's issues that cause people, to be in those certain situations. I think it would be easy for all of us to just fall in support and know that if we all have loving people around us and we surround ourselves with that, I think that we should be a founding country and great stuff here. And,
Yeah, I'm all for the whole thing of the American dream and having the family that we have, but this question, it is a very, very good question, and I'm all for having an open mind. And when I was governor of Massachusetts, I signed a bill so that we could have same-sex marriages, and I agree with that. If you're happy with the person that you love, then more to you. But from an economical standpoint, this problem, it could be a bigger problem for our economy in the future.
Okay, so our next question is from Evan about military.
With our current spending on military, do you agree or disagree on cutting back on our military spending?
I think that we should support our military and that we invest in our military. That we invest at the crisis, at the time of crisis. That we don't just invest to build and build and build and build and build and build and have these great big ships to just go fishing on. And build more, just to keep on having more fish and tuna fish. I don't think this is right.
There you go.
Well, we have to protect America. And in order to do so, we have to continue to invest in our military. I like our current technology, and there was a time when we had such a strong Army and Navy and Air Force, and I really think we need to start investing and start building that up more mass-wise, not just technology. So we don't have to deal with a battle on American soil.
Time.
All right.
So our last question is from Sarah about our environment.
Hi, I'm Sarah Fallon. Mr. President and Governor Romney, do you care about the environment? And how do you feel about the oil spill in Kansas and how it affects the environment? Because I cleaned up an oil spill in my driveway last week. All I needed was a sham wow. What are you guys doing, huh? Kansas is just drying up. It's just desert. All the oil. Those people are dying. Those Russians are coming over trying to take that.
Okay, Mr. President.
Well, about those Russians, I'm sorry that they're coming over and knocking on your door.
It's disturbing.
If you've got a ShamWow big enough to clean up the oil, I'd gladly use it. More than likely, I think it would need a couple thousand. I
I'm
don't know
gonna
where we're
arrange
gonna
for
find it.
that. The factory, my home in Alaska.
That's great. I think we could use some recruitment from there.
About those Russians that you're talking about there, they riding polar bears or they riding walruses? Because if they're riding polar bears, that's a whole different story, because that I cannot handle, I'm sorry. That is an endangered species and I don't touch that. And about the whole ShamWow? ShamWow? Are you kidding me? No, that's like liquid gold coming out of the ground right there. We need to bucket all of that and ship it somewhere and make some money off that. Who cares about Kansas? Dorothy ain't there anymore. There's no push for that. Go back home. Who let you in?
Okay, thank you very much, presidential candidates.
Time.
That was the time ever.
Welcome to the United States of America presidential debate at Holyoke Community College. I'm introducing our two presidential candidates. We have President Barack Obama, and combating him is Governor Mitt Romney.
To the Army and put more money into the military and really strengthen how we were. You know, we don't have as many ships as we used to, so we should build.